Hello, welcome back to Let's Talk Ray Bradbury. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do. We would much appreciate that. We are nearing in on 1,100 subscribers, and with your help, we can get that in the next few days. Alright guys, so here on Let's Talk Ray Bradbury, I have been doing a project where I'm reviewing 100 stories by the master himself, Ray Bradbury. We are more than halfway through. I'm going to say like 38, 39 more stories to go. But today's story for now will be Let's Play Poison. Mr. Howard is a school teacher in an elementary school. One day a bunch of bullies are picking on a kid and they not quite sure if it's accidentally or not, but they push him out a window and he falls to his death. The next day, Mr. Howard suffers a nervous breakdown. He quits teaching, moves away. 17 years later, his buddy basically is sick. He's dying. He comes in and substitutes for him reluctantly. And in this time, seeing the students during the day, the kids around his house, he begins to unwind. He begins to drink, and his old fear of children who he sees as monsters begins to come back. One day he sees them playing a game. They're jumping over something on a sidewalk. They say it's called playing poison. They are on sidewalks where the masons and other people have inscribed their names in the wet concrete. The game goes this way. Basically, if you step on the name, you're poisoned, you fall down dead. One night, he's had way too much brandy, and he swears to God that he saw a kid holding a skull up to his window. He yells, he screams, he chases him outside. And in his drunken state, in the dark, he falls into an excavation where they're fixing the water main. And that night, with nobody around to help him, the hole caves in, and that is the end of Mr. Howard. And then in a quick little epilogue, sometime later, there's a sidewalk there, and kids are playing poison, drumming over the name of Mr. Howard. Neat little story, sort of fun, sort of a mixed message, little sort of lighthearted, but also plenty of dark sort of Halloween undertones. Are kids really little killers? Could be, but I think the more general message here is that it's very hard for adults and children to understand each other in most cases. Although we have each been a child, I think it's natural for as you become older and trends change and behaviors change. Although some underlying behaviors of children remain the same, the context changes, but it becomes harder and harder for us to understand what is going through the minds of the young. And I certainly feel that way even at age 38, which is, getting up there, I guess, relatively speaking, compared to my childhood is now, decades behind me. But even for me, kids seem weird today, and imagine being 60, 70, 80 and looking at the kids in the community and wondering what on earth goes through their heads. So it's an interesting way of sort of exposing that that side of the world. I think there is still some relevance today here. The beginning of the story starts with bullying. I think that is a big problem today, and being online makes it easier to hide the bullying, so that's an issue. And then the fact that these behaviors create rifts between people, and people who, like a teacher who wanted to teach children, wanted to like children, is permanently turned off to them by their behaviors. So that is a pressure that is sort of going onto teachers. With more of this, like school shootings and other behavioral problems, it becomes harder and harder to find teachers who will stick with the job for the long haul. And likewise, because there's so many distractions, it becomes harder and harder for a lot of students to learn. So there's a lot going on here in the space of like 2 pages. And that is always the case with Ray Bradbury. All right, guys, Let's Play Poison. Have you read this story? Did you enjoy it? Either way, give this video a thumbs up. Maybe drop a positive comment below. As I said up front, please subscribe to our channel and help us grow. And if it's something you like, tune in once again in a couple of days. I'll probably take tomorrow off. and check out the latest review. And of course, we have lots and lots of other types of videos here on Let's Talk, so be sure to check out them as well. All right then, enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, although hopefully you're still observing some physical distancing while the threat of coronavirus persists. See you later.